An independent journalist named Taylor Hanson reports on, and we've seen a lot of these, unfortunately, but this one still somehow shocked me. This is an all-ages drag show, another one. This is in Austin, Texas. It's a Christmas-themed drag show, a show that's apparently touring through 18 different states, 36 different shows this month. And I can't even show you most of the videos and images he posted. I mean, suffice it to say that they are just blatantly sexual, even more so than some of the other footage that we've seen. No mistake. We're talking about barely clothed performers simulating sex acts on each other on stage, talking graphically about sex. A explicitly sexual performance with kids in the audience, kids who are invited, because this was advertised as an all-ages drag show. So here's actually, we'll play one clip. This is one of the tamer clips. This is one of the clips that I can play, and even this, it has to be bleeped and censored and all the rest of it. And remember, there are young children in the audience, and this deviant scumbag who you're going to see here is actually at one point talking to a young child in the audience. Anyway, here it is.
Oh, wow. Ooh, I'm feeling moody tonight. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you also for coming out. Oh my God, so many of you. Ooh, I'm so excited. Hello, are you reaching for my... Are you hungry? Say, mommy. Trust me, the milk's gone bad. You don't want this milk. I know, I've been on tour. We've been on the tour bus. I've been unrefrigerated. Thank you so much for this donation. I'm going to put this to good use. I'm going to buy more breasts. I need more. Now, I brought for you some of my best breasts. I brought for you my grandmother's breasts. Yes, handed down to me, generation to generation. Oh my God, hello Gray, sexy, beautiful. Nice to see you. I had the best time today with Gray and Weston in the glass coffin. Has anyone been to the glass coffin? Well, if you haven't, you go check it out. They asked me, do you want to see the haunted section? And I was like, hello? Do I want to see the haunted section? I feel like I am a haunted section. I said, let's go. No, but I've been having the best time turning around. I've been working so hard. I've actually worked my butthole right off. Look at that. Look at that. It's gone. It's smooth. Don't cry, sir. Don't cry. It's like, oh my eyes. But it's Christmas Day.
Okay, so yes, he did show off his bare butt to the audience there when he said that, and earlier in the clip was talking to a child, saying, "Are you hungry?" in reference to his fake breasts that he was showing off there. I'm at a point now. I'm almost like a single issue voter on this. It's not the only issue, but it's the litmus test. It's a perfect litmus test. And I'm not. I don't want to vote for anyone. We get into 2024. I'm not going to vote for you unless you promise me that, like that sort of scene, that you're going to be sending federal agents into there to arrest every adult in attendance. Every adult in attendance and every adult on stage. Okay? I want law enforcement agents running up onto that stage, tackling that piece of garbage, that scum, dragging him off the stage by his feet while he's in handcuffs. That's what I want. I'll vote for any presidential candidate who promises that. What you need to understand here is that we are dealing with pure evil. This is pure evil. The people who are doing this are evil. The people that are attending it and the people who support it. And I know people you don't want to think this way about your fellow Americans, especially if you go online and you see the number of just seemingly normal Americans who will defend this, and you think, I can't believe that there are so many evil people in this country. There are. And they are evil people who we should not want to compromise with, not want to reach an understanding. I don't want to be nice and polite with you, and I'm not going to say, well, we disagree on these issues, but we can still be nice to each other. I don't want to be nice to you. I don't want to be around you. I want nothing to do with you. I don't want to share a country with you. I don't want to share a planet with you. That's how much I despise everything you represent. So with this is not compromise, okay? All we can do with this is crush it, destroy it. That's what you do with evil. And that's what we have to do with this. That should be our objective. Because this is very plainly the mass sexual abuse of kids happening in plain sight. And they're not sorry, and they're not ashamed, and they're not ever going to stop until they're made to stop. By the way, Glad tweeted this a couple days ago. Drag phobia is on the rise. There's clear and present danger against our community and threats. We really haven't seen it at this level in over a decade, if ever. That's quoting a drag queen. People are angry at our community. Well, yeah, you're sexually grooming children in front of everyone. People tend to get mad about that. That's right. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. We can't prance around on stage half naked in front of kids without people getting upset. You know, as I've been saying all along, you could here's an idea to the, quote, drag queen community. It's not a real community. The fact that you all have a thing for wearing women's clothes, that doesn't make you a community. It's not a community. But here's an idea. If you don't like the reaction you're getting from the public, maybe just stop doing that. How's that for an idea? Stop doing it. None of this backlash is happening. None of this scrutiny is being directed at you guys if you aren't doing this. Keep the kids out of it, you perverts. Keep them out of it, and there's no problem. Nobody was talking about drag. Drag's existed for a long time. No one was talking about it until you started involving kids. And that's when it became an issue. Have you noticed the connection? Keep the kids out of it, and no one cares. You want to go to your gay clubs or whatever and do your dumb drag shows with just a bunch of adults. No, I don't want to see it. No one wants to talk about it. Nobody cares. You bring kids into it, and now it's a problem. Stop doing that, and it's not a problem anymore. So, I mean, just think about this. If it's true that they're in fear for their lives and they're getting all these threats and everything, and most of this is just invented and made up. But even if it's true, and so according to you, you're getting threats and all that because of you're exposing kids to drag, and you're still doing it? So what, like, it's this important to you? You're going to risk your life to expose children to drag? That's how important it is to you? To use the phrase that's always hurled at me, this is the hill you're going to die on? Well, that just makes me all the more determined to oppose you. Drag phobia, they say. First of all, it's not phobia. It's drag, I don't know, drag disgust, drag nausea, one of those words. It's not a phobia. You don't scare me. I'm scared on behalf of the kids. I'm scared for the kids that are being exposed to this stuff and the effect it's going to have on them. But no one's afraid of you. You don't scare anybody. You a bunch of men in women's clothes dancing around the stage. You think that scares us? They try to have it both ways. It's, I'm still terrified. These people they're being so mean to us, and they're afraid of us. Well, which is it? But drag phobia. So now that we have the phobia attached to it, that is now confirmation that the metamorphosis is complete, and now drag queen has become its own identity. Okay, this is the final step in inducting bringing a new identity into the fold, baptizing, christening a new identity. the final step is to give it its own phobia. And as soon as that happens, now drag queens are their own identity. I guarantee you, and I'm not saying this is a joke, in very short order, they're going to add D for drag queen to the LGBT alphabet soup. It's going to be in there. They're going to get their own. They're going to get their own stripe on the increasingly cluttered pride flag. All that's being added in as its own thing, its own identity. And we knew that was happening too, because you see how even media articles that talk about the drag queens, they always refer to the drag queens if you notice, with the female pronouns, as if they actually are. I mean, they are men performing as women. And yet, it's when we talk about them, we're supposed to talk about them as if their characters are real, and they really are women. That's because it's finally changed over now, and drag queen is an identity. And the reason why they're making the shift is that once they call something an identity, then you can't criticize it. Now, if it's just a hobby, if it's just a fetish, if it's just a recreation, if it's just something like this, then you can criticize that all day long. If it's just a profession, you can criticize that. But identities, you can't criticize. And so how do they take something, take a fetish, take something, and make it above criticism? Just say that it's identity. Unfortunately, I don't play along with those rules. I don't care if you call it identity or not. I'm still going to criticize it. And that'll do it for this portion of the show. As we move over to the members block. Hope to see you there. If not, talk to you on Monday. Godspeed.